looks like the music might be redlining. I'm not sure about that. I can't actually hear the music when it's playing on this scene. So I'm hoping it's okay. But I've never seen it redline before, so maybe just take it down just a hair. All right. Welcome back, everybody. My name is Arkegas, and this is our first look at what's called Drive Beyond Horizons. Another new game popped up on Steam. It's been out for a couple months, but I just came across it a few weeks ago. Been wanting to take a look at it, but I wanted to do it, for a recording or on stream. And, I tried starting this a few times, but we've been very busy the last couple of weeks, and I haven't been able to produce as many videos as I would like. So, finally had the opportunity today, so we're going to take a look at this for the first time. No real information, pre-knowledge about this, other than what I read on the store page that gave me the inkling that I should buy it to begin with. So let's take a look at Drive Beyond Horizons. I haven't even tested this to see how it works in 32:9, so already I see some elements across the edges of the screen. And I don't hear anything right now. So hopefully, there we go, got some music. All right. So it's not responding to the controller. Okay. Is there no controller support? All right. Interesting. So hopefully that's just, where they are in the development. Excuse me. That's a little weird, though. You would think. Let's bring up our Tail 2. You would think that controller support would be something they would want to integrate very early on in the game's life cycle in its development. But I don't know. Not gonna knock it. We'll still give it a shot. See what it's like. But right now, I'm trying to bring up my face cam. Not my face cam. My OBS Tail 2. OBSBOT Tail 2. Tail 2. Deactivate. Activate. There it goes. Okay. Maybe I should have gone with a different shirt. Yeah, let's turn on tracking so I don't have to worry about its framing. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at if no limit or scenario. I guess we should take a look at scenario first. I'm sorry. The OCD in me got out of control there. A strange world? Again, I'm not trying to be negative, but these things kind of, take me by surprise. But it's just it's a simulation game. I mean, eventually I would want to test one of my controllers, with this thing. I've got my Hori part on a dedicated stand underneath the desk. at all times, ready for a farm sim or a truck sim. Unfortunately, not for roadcraft. We tried that, and that was a disaster. If you have a wheel, there's like a basic wheel, go ahead and use that with roadcraft. But if you have like a farm sim, a heavy equipment side panel or stuff like that, it's a nightmare. But roadcraft is still a really good game. It's horribly implemented. It's horribly developed for controllers right now. Game controllers are fine, but other than that, it needs a lot of work. But we're not talking about that today. We're talking about Drive Beyond Horizons. A strange world. Okay, yeah, that's where I got derailed. Did it say alien? Find and eliminate the alien. Okay. Okay, game type, solo or multiplayer. All right, I didn't know that. I didn't know there was multiplayer in this. Starting car, the Dada. That's all I get. You must have driven 20 kilometers to customize the difficulty. Okay, so you have default difficulties of chill and normal. And if you know me, I like to be as realistic as possible. So we will go no lower than normal for this playthrough. But hopefully that customizability allows you to do things like up the ante when it comes to repair and fatal error. Wow. Off to a great start. Damn. Okay. Well, how do we proceed from here? Let me bring up a console so I can monitor the stream from there. Hold on one sec. Okay. Let's try not to let's try not to show any personal information anywhere. Okay. Wow, it didn't even wait for me to close it. It just crashed hard. Hey, I'm over here now. Hi. Okay. Let's check something. So one of the things I've been working on another video that tests the ASUS store, Flash store, the Gen 2 high-speed SSD NAS as a game drive. So I'm thinking one of the things I might have done is I might have put this on the SSD, the NAS, and be running it from there. When normally I will, no, it's on the D drive, so it's on a local drive. Normally I'll, when I'm testing something for the first time, I'll test it on a normal drive first, then move it to the game drive, test it on the SSD second. So we know that it's working before we put it on the SSD, so if we do start encountering errors, we know it's because of the SSD, not because of the game. But in this case, it actually is because of the game. The game actually just crashed for the first time, and that's what I get for playing something blind in a stream. So we're going to try this again and hope that that's just like a rare hiccup. and we'll see if we can get further. All right, I understand. New scenario. A strange world. Oh, enter the name of the game. Stream test. I don't claim to be a very original person. Alright, start game. Okay. We are getting further. Oh, they got it right in the title. Okay. So what are we doing? Sorry, I'm multitasking right now. All right, so let's bring up the 32x9 switcher so you see the whole screen. I'm playing in 32x9. But I'm broadcasting in 16:9. And the UI is not currently optimized for ultra-wide display, so everything is off in the corners. Uh-oh. That's not working right. Hold on. Properties. Oh, the A10 Mini Pro. Okay, yeah. Yeah, we can bring that on. Let you see that. Hold on one second. Okay. All right, so the A10 Mini Pro is online. You can now see my screen. Need to focus. Need to center it. Oh, you got a little loose. Yeah, looks better. Okay, and now I need to bring up the ATEM software and force an auto focus. Yeah, I wasn't planning on a stream like this, but I wasn't expecting the UI to be all wonky. So let's take a look now. All right, so you'll see the 32x9 view, which will show you the whole screen for about 10 seconds, and then you'll see the A10 mini view, which is this camera over here, which will show you my setup, so you can see what I'm seeing briefly. All right, grab the rocket launcher. That is our I didn't see what I thought I saw, but I saw something. Let's see. Rocket launcher. If I was a rocket launcher. Oh, that's his shoulder. Okay. So apparently I lead with my head and then follow with the body. Which is kind of weird. Why isn't this proceeding? Okay, give me 1 second. Yeah, this is quite the start. You working now? No. I have so many problems with Twitch these days. I have no idea if we're really live or not on Twitch right now. So it is 9:47 a.m. my time here in Taiwan. And, oh, wait, it's doing something. Sorry. So I talked to Twitch about it, and they say that they are prioritized for, wow, these are rocket launchers here. Okay. So they are prioritized for their evening Taiwanese streamers. That people like myself who are streaming during the day, during the morning time, are we're growing in number. So we are competing for lesser bandwidth, lesser support at the moment, and they're working on it. But their priority is to make sure that they are up and good in the evening time when the majority of their Taiwanese audience and streamers are in play. So, yeah, I'm looking at Twitch now, and it doesn't look great compared to YouTube, but yeah, it is what it is. So we need to grab a rocket launcher. Equip. Lenses. Spending the night after 50 kilometers. Okay, so I take it we're going to take the rocket launcher with us. So can I... All right, right click, unequips, release. Can you not rotate it? Let's see here. Alt. And I think middle button. Okay. But it doesn't look like it wants to fit in there. I'm going to try that. Okay, does this thing run? I've had a bit of a throat thing the last few days too. I apologize if I sound not like myself. All right, so disengage handbrake. We need to drive 50 kilometers. I'm sure any direction will do. Rocket launcher still with us. First kilometer. I really kind of want to explore, but I want to get through this first objective for. I want to see what the rocket launcher is going to be for, to be honest. So it seems like gears are automatic. Whoa, 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 whoa. The controls, although, you know, being limited to mouse and keyboard is not ideal. And steering and acceleration are all entirely key-based. There's no mouse steering or anything like that. Well, I didn't really look for that, but by default, it's not. So that being said, the controls are not that bad. The steering is smooth and responsive out of the gate. It's not overly responsive. It's not overly smooth. It actually feels pretty intuitive. Are we okay? I mean, the battery's not connected. That's a little worrying. Oh, no. Okay, let's be careful what we click on. There's not a lot of gates in this tutorial. I'm sure it was fine, whatever it was. Maybe we don't go full speed the whole time. But anyway, when it comes to Twitch, our quality is never above 95%, regardless of which Taiwan ingest server you use. They've got two for Twitch. It's actually better for me to stream to Japan or Singapore. Are we even going to make 50 kilometers? Where are the lights? Yeah, I didn't mean to turn off the engine. Are we on? Yeah, we're on. This doesn't seem safe. Where are the lights? That's ignition, looks like. Yeah, I can highlight the handbrake, but I can't highlight the gears. I'm pretty sure those are automatic. I don't know. Let's pull over into the light. This is an early access game, and they do warn you quite a bit that it may not work as they as you'd expect or as they intend. I don't know what the 3 lights are. It looks like our temperature's fine, but it does look like we're out of fuel. We've gone 4 kilometers. And there's absolutely nothing around us right now. Okay. And there are no controls for the lights. And there are no lights. So... Alright, we're going to start this scenario over. I just want to see, first I want to see if we're going to get past this crash again. Okay. We're going to do this a little bit differently. I thought the game was going to kind of handhold you to the first part of the simulation, but to the first part of the tutorial, but it really didn't. But I see a fuel tank here. What? Okay, close that, take that. Okay. Wait. %, engine oil. Oh, come on. How do I rotate it? Oh, you can just click it to close. You don't have to... I thought you had to highlight the thing to close it. All right. All right, there's that. Okay, I don't trust that. Where'd you go? Oh, it's red this time. We'll take you. We'll take you. Engine oil. Petrol. Okay. I don't think we need so much engine oil. I keep clicking it and dropping it instead of... or opening it instead of dropping it. Okay. Water. Okay. So clipping's not a thing. Okay, first things first. Let's close that. Oh, let's close that. And then close that. That should allow you to move as requested. That's good enough. $73 what? Is that spray paint? It looks like spray paint. That's 23 of our 73 already. I doubt we'll need you, but got the room for it. We can shine? Polish a vehicle. We got an achievement for that. Oh, it does react. Yeah, it does get a little shiny. I can't control where I go with it, though. That's a little difficult for my OCD. Are you also paint? Yep. Oh, we got a spare tire. Brand new. Okay. We're full on petrol, right? I think we only need the one. I want the pizza. That's weird. Frigo artist. Canned foods. You'd have to imagine that would play a part for a long car ride. Oh, we can equip the backpack. Can't hear it. Kind of feel like we need to take this guy. So I hit I. Oh, that's something. It removed my shirt, not my backpack. Okay, I don't know. That's I. Okay, so one puts it in your hotbar. Can I do that with the rocket launcher? Yeah. So now we've got the rocket launcher equipped. I wonder if that's important. Can't pick up these guys. We've got ourselves. You go on the dash. Or you go on the co-pilot seat. All right. Okay, we've done things differently now. We're full on fuel. Handbrake disengaged. Still that delay there from when you go into gear before you can actually start to move. Let's try going the other way. So the only thing I don't like about mouse and keyboard for driving controls, especially for acceleration, is that you can't really ease your foot on the accelerator with the keyboard. Most keyboards don't have a variable press to the key engagement, not one that the game itself can read. So, like with an Xbox controller, you don't have to push down all the way on a button. You can light press, you can hard press, and those will register differently. Okay. Oh, and I didn't notice that my kilometer meter was going down as I headed this direction. So we were always meant to go the other direction. So I just wasted like 0.4 kilometers getting this far. All right. Oh, and yeah, it's got controls on the side that I never saw. So L is headlights, even though we have no headlights. Q is left turn signal, although we have no left turn signal. Hazard lights, we have no hazard lights. We've got everything on the, we don't even have a horn. Okay, M gets out of the car, C toggles the camera. That's interesting. So yeah, so with the Xbox controller, you can kind of ease on the button or on the trigger, and that will, you know, send 25% power, 50% power, 75% power to the throttle, whereas using W to accelerate, that's 100% power to your accelerator every time it's pressed. So in order to govern your speed or reduce your power, you have to tap the W key instead of holding it down to make sure you're not actually hitting 100%. Still full fuel. We're still getting bangs even though we're not close to top gear. At least I hope we're not close to top gear. I've been trying to govern my speed. I'm pretty sure you can hear the tapping on the keyboard. But yeah. So let's go ahead and check out this car over here. Okay, we're still full on fuel. I can't see our temperature anymore. M gets out of the car. It looks like the temperature is... don't turn on. Yeah, our temperature is fine. So I think it's just it's meant to break down on you over time. How'd you get out here? Stay in the car. That's what happens when you have no doors. Well, you work. I mean, you probably need tools to attach, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be a vehicle assembly tutorial later on. Doesn't really look like there's anything here we can take. Still has its transmission. Oh, fuel tank. Where's the port? Where's the fuel port? What is that? We can see the fuel tank. The fuel port looks like it would be... Oh, it's right here. Okay. Let's see if we can get some fuel out of there. Engine oil, petrol. It's kind of pulling me towards it. Okay. Now, it's got a hole over here too. But you can't interact with it. We're going to try and hold you upright at all times. All right. Why was it open? Wait, do you not have to open it to interact with the tank? Oh, okay. So when I thought I was closing it, I was actually opening it for the first time. All right, hold you upright. There's nothing else here. So we at least get some fresh fuel. But we have no idea why we're breaking down. Okay, adding engine oil, 100% engine oil, works with petrol. That looks like a fuel filter. Works with petrol, adding engine oil. Okay, let's put some more water in this thing. Okay, again, we don't need to open it. We can just attach it. Let's attach it to the right thing. Let's try it this way. What are you attaching to? Yeah, it's trying to fill up the engine. We want to fill up the radiator, though. Looks like you can't actually do that. Oh, so it has to be closed? That's weird. Okay, now it's full. And of course I opened it instead of dropping it. That's on me though, that's just my muscle memory. Overall, I like this kind of immersiveness. I like this granularity, this amount of control. I just think they have a long ways to go before this becomes really accessible. Now it says it's no petrol. Did it drop all the oil while it's... I'm really not doing well. So I right click when I want to rotate, and it's actually middle click to rotate. Okay, engine oil. I want to say that's the right one. Oh, you don't have to fill it up all the way, though. Hopefully that's not terribly realistic. Otherwise, we're going to be burning oil for a while. Thankfully, we won't have to smell it, but that's usually what happens. Yeah, so this thing is full of oil. That means it's got no actual air. So that oil is going to build pressure and it's going to overflow into other parts of the engine where it's going to burn off. Okay. But hey, we learned a lot today. I still want to figure out how to attach things and start building my car. Okay. What is that black piece over there? Hold on. Oh, that's in my car. Oh, it's the seat belt. It's just hanging in midair. So I thought it was actually over here next to the car, and I just missed it. All right. Yeah, that delay getting the gear to catch. I don't know if that's on purpose, meaning it's just another thing I need to fix on this engine, or what is that clicking sound? Okay. You know, last game we got, or in the first game, we got around 4 kilometers. So we want to get at least 5 kilometers this time. I mean, it looks like it's going to take us a while to get to 50 kilometers. So this might be the whole stream at the rate we're going. There's another car. I want to check it out. Oh, check that out. See? What is this? Okay, this looks like it's the front bumper. Oh, it might be the back. Nope, it's the front. There's no seats in there. Is that supposed to be a brake light? Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's... Oh, no, it's a license plate. Can't open it. So the lights are really interchangeable. What is this supposed to be? It won't be an axle. Oh, I see it. I don't know what it's supposed to be, though. So part of me wants to start detaching parts from my vehicle and moving them over here and see if I can get this thing up and running. But I'm afraid, since I'm still in the tutorial, that I'm still going to come across some sort of barrier that says, no, you can't do that. You need to follow these instructions first. So that's as far as we're going to go with that. There was nothing there we could use. I mean, we could take these lights. It doesn't show us. I mean, they don't look great. They don't look like they're going to work. But I don't think it'll hurt to try. Okay. Let's see if we can use this. We can. What? Uh-oh. We don't need this guy anymore. We've got one in our hot bar. Okay, that's better. Oh, I removed it from the... That's not something you can... You can? That's not how that works. I mean, technically, yeah, you can, but that's not easy at all without a tool. All right. What's happening? Oh, I'm thirsty. We're gonna die. Yep, my health is going down. All right, let's see how far we can get before we perish. Okay, thankfully, it looks like we have quite a bit of health. Each tick is not quite 1%, so we have some time. We probably will hit 5 kilometers if the car can hold up. If we were burning oil, the car would tell us that. It would throw up some smoke. So I don't think that's a thing in this game, at least not yet. But I really should have thought about bringing... Oh wait, I do have water. Turn it upside. I can't believe that worked. Okay. So the fact that that's a thing in the game, that's impressive to me. That means that they are thinking beyond the terms of like the conventional clicks. Like honestly, if I had just picked that thing up and it gave me an option to drink, like it did with the burger, which the burger is a singular use item. You are meant to eat that or consume that, so there's only one thing to click on that. But for the water, you can be using the water for multiple things. You can be using it to control your temperature, your engine temperature. You need it for the radiator. You can be using it to cool down an overheating engine. You can be using it to wash off a dirty car. At least those are the things I would be using water for with my car. So I would like to think that those are all options in this game. And the fact that you can take that water and pour it on yourself to effectively drink it and refill your water stat. Hey, we made 5 kilometers. Yeah, that tells me that you have flexibility with this, with their intention for this game, with their design for this game. That, I mean, makes you want to explore. What else can you do? So I'm pretty happy with that. So, I mean, I see both sides. I'm kind of miffed that the tutorial really doesn't do much to keep you safe or keep you sane or even steer you literally on the right track. So it gives you some basic instructions, some basic goals, and then just drops you in this vast sea of experience without any pre-knowledge of what that experience is going to be. And their only guidance to you is try not to drown. There's no... I need to try one of those ramps soon. There's no hand-holding. There's no warnings or any other sort of notification that says this might be a bad idea, or you probably don't want to do this, or maybe you want to do these things before you follow our instructions on this scenario. So yeah, it's quite old school in that regard. I mean, games, I'm old. So when I was a kid and games weren't really a focus for computers yet. I mean, just getting a hold of games to play on your computers was difficult enough. And getting a hold of a whole game or a game and a box and instructions was also a challenge sometimes. Hey, our lights work. Those lights are good. So all of those things, just to say that gaming when I was much younger was an adventure in itself. Just learning to play the games. One of the first games I got to play was a German game. Well, I played the German version. There was an English version. But the German version, it was called Surf City. And not only did I have to learn the game from scratch without any instructions, I had to learn it without understanding what little parts of the UI that were there to give you some sort of guidance on what certain things did or didn't do. Were all in a language I couldn't speak at the time. English is my first language, and I'd say German was probably my third or fourth language after Spanish and possibly French. All right, we've traveled 10 kilometers now. But, yeah, Surf City was a game where you basically just manage the layout of your kingdom. So you chose where you wanted to set up buildings and where you wanted to set up roads. You didn't actually control the people. At most, you can like set people out to survey mountains or possible mining terrain, and you could kind of give your guards an indication of something to do with I think there were flags, as I recall. Okay, there's something over here that's glowing that I want to check out. But aside from that, I mean, that's all you did was you kind of gave these commands, and then you let the people do their own thing. It took them a while to build the buildings for you. Oh, I don't think we want to go all the way over there. That's interesting, though. I mean, there has to be a reason for this, right? It's the same pattern over and over again, so I don't think it's a message. I just don't know if I really want to go all the way over there in this blind tutorial, or if I just want to try and go that 50 kilometers. Let's just do the 50 kilometers. So we're still full. Our temperature's gone back down. Handbrake's not engaged. Let's just get going. Okay, so we haven't had any more what was... Did I just pee myself? What happened there? I just heard an outpouring of water. And I don't understand. All right, we're coming up on 12 kilometers. I keep hearing water. Oh, maybe it's the water tank above us sloshing around. It should be closed. Yeah, I keep hearing it. Or maybe it's my tire? This really sounds like a liquid sound, though. It's pretty consistent now. Well, maybe not. We don't want to redline the engine. Gas station, but we're still full on fuel. Or petrol, as they call it in this game. I think it is the tire that's causing that noise. Man, I kind of wish there was more to do in this game. Having you drive 50 kilometers from the onset. I mean, there probably is more to do. I'm a little bit too focused. That was a lot of pop in at the same time. Okay, I'm going to check my tires. A little worn. Very worn. A little worn. A little worn. Change pieces of your vehicle 10 times? That was 10 times already? And I guess you need a stand to stand it up or else it's going to clip into the ground like that. Hopefully. Did it just reset itself? It did. Good. Survived 2 full days. I just got an achievement for that. We're coming up on 15 kilometers. Still hearing that sound. Still trying not to redline. Well, it looks like there's a timer. So we're up 40 minutes already on this second attempt at the tutorial. We're not going to go off-roading yet. We're just going to try and stick to this tutorial. I mean, I really want to explore. I really want to go check stuff like that out, but I don't want to do anything that's going to fail this tutorial and then make me have to repeat it, or at least feel like I have to repeat it. I think, win or lose, if we do fail at this attempt at the tutorial a second time, we're just going to keep going. Then we're just going to skip the tutorial next time, the scenario, and just go into free mode and just, you know, sandbox it without any real goal other than to explore, improve our car, trade up our car, and keep driving. Only 16 kilometers though, man. I feel like this is going to take forever. We're hitting close to red line 2 on the temperature. We're going to slow it down a bit, see if the temperature comes down. I don't know what to do. I'm just... It looks like slowing down. It's not... I mean, it's not going any higher, but it's not coming down yet. Alright. This is a good opportunity to shut it off and let it do its thing. Let it cool down that way. Another backpack? I still have a backpack, yeah. I don't know what those do. It doesn't really seem to serve a purpose. Hey. What's that? I didn't mean to eat that. I was trying to read it. Tuna fish, okay. I ain't touching those. Alright, well, we got our survival stats replenished. I have a WC value though, so do I need to use the bathroom? So either I don't have to go to the bathroom, or I don't know how. Controls, character, jump, crowd, urinate. That's it, right? There's no, okay, just urinate. Here we go. Do I have to aim? So I think I know what the water sound was in the car. That poor car. Sorry. There we go. Oh, the lights are on. Turn them off. I don't know why that light's green. Flashing green. Oh, that's my turn signal. Oh, that's right. I added a turn signal on that side. I don't have one on this side. It's much faster switching gears now, too. Nope, still hear that water sound. I'm pretty sure it's just the tank above me. So first impression so far, the car driving itself is perfectly fine. Controller support has got to be on their radar, probably sooner rather than later. I mean, it's really weird that they don't start with it out of the gate. That should be one of the first things to implement. But you know, without hearing the reason, their logic for why it's not in there yet, I have to assume it's just, you know, oversight. We just were focused on other things. They didn't think about controller support until it was kind of past the point of making it easily added in. So they're probably going to have to recode and refactor several things to bring controller support in now. Sorry, the engine's getting a little pushy. It's not as responsive as it was. So I feel like something is wearing down on it. But yeah, the driving controls are fine. Controller support notwithstanding. The exploration, there seems to be a lot of opportunity. There seems to be a lot of the right kind of triggers and rewards for the effort. So you can find parts for your car, parts for other cars. You have the opportunity to trade up cars if you have the right gear saved up and are otherwise with you at the time that you find the abandoned car. So there's a lot of potential there that we really haven't had a chance to explore. I hate that. I think that was from overheating. Oh wow, we're going through our liquids fast. I wonder if we can find more water. Where's the petrol? Not the petrol, the engine oil. Okay. We really don't need that, but it's there. It's an opportunity. All right, let's see if that holds back our backfires. We're almost 20 kilometers now. Oh! I closed my eyes for just a second. Is that ours? It came off a tire. I don't see it. That might not have been ours. All right. Anybody see my trunk? There it is. I'm sure we're fine. It's fine. You can look, tell just by looking at her, she's designed to take a beating. See, it's fine. We're good. What was that sound? I gotta pee again. Don't look. Okay. If I was a boy. Is that you? I think it is him. Okay. Nope, I still hear it. He's gone. He's way gone. I think this was a mistake to stream. There's not a lot to show right now, especially when there's people. Not right people. Oh gosh. Okay. So I learned a little bit more about this game. Zombies? I mean, maybe not zombies, but obviously very sick and very social, like hyper social. Or maybe under the influence of the alien that I'm supposed to find and shoot. So I have to wonder how much the alien gameplay is going to play into the overall game loop that you have. Like, rocket launcher itself seems a bit overkill. The fact that you have a rocket launcher at all, let alone like 7 or however many there were. Is that a hole? It looks like, yeah. Oh. Not much of a hole. %, petrol, 64% water, and 22% engine oil. Are you the same or a new one? What are those called? I can't remember. We had those in the United States. Had SpaghettiOs, I think they were. I haven't seen those since, well, at least 7 years since I moved to Taiwan. Okay, well, we replenished our food stat, our hunger. We're not quite halfway there yet. Yeah, this is not a good stream. I feel like my content should be more engaging. I either need to be more knowledgeable about the content, the game that I stream, so that there's not a lot of wasted time or lost time. Because I feel like we lost a lot of time in this stream. We're already an hour and a half in, and I've only got like maybe 35 minutes before I had to sign off. I've got a lunch date with my wife. She's working from the office today, but see, more people, more zonked out people. I don't know what to call them. I don't want to assume they're zombies, even though they're very, very, very much zombie-like. But yeah, I have a lunch date with my wife. She reserved a table at Texas Roadhouse. Normally we eat more, varied food. We just happen to be eating Texas Roadhouse today. It's not, and that's more her than me. She loves Texas Roadhouse. Texas Roadhouse for her is a very exotic restaurant, being Taiwanese. For me, yeah, it's old it's old hat. It's comfort food, reminder of days of yore, you know. But yeah, there's, for every time we go to Texas Roadhouse, or she wants to go to Texas Roadhouse, I also want to go to like Din Tai Fung, or just go down, to the street and get some street food, because just the street food here in Taiwan is amazing. Like, I think Taiwan has, I know of 2 or 3 Michelin star rated street vendors just within our district, just within the area that we live in, which is Sanchong. But yeah, if you like a lot of different foods, if you like adventurous foods, I cannot recommend Taiwan enough. It is an amazing collection of Korean, Japanese, Chinese, Vietnamese, and then there are like regional Taiwan. Like Taiwan isn't, it's not a big country. It's an island. It's about 1/20th the size of Texas, where I lived before I came here. And it's got an amazingly rich variation of culture. So Taiwanese food is very much, I can't turn off the blinker. I've got a lot of red lights. But yeah, there's South Taiwan food, there's Western Taiwan food, and there's Eastern Taiwan food. And then, we're in the north. We're in Taipei, and that's what Taipei means, is Tai North. Taichung is, or I think in the English pronunciation is Taichung, literally means middle, so it's the middle of Taiwan. Tainan is South Taiwan. So Bei is north, Nan is south. There's Tai Chi and Taidong, which means west and east. Then there's places like Hualien. Man, Hualien is a nice, out-of-the-way place to go visit when you're in Taiwan. So if you want to see like the mercurial metropolitan style of living, then you want to go to like Taipei. But if you really want to go like see like down home country living, then you should head to Ilan on the east side, and specifically Hualien City, which is smaller compared to Taipei, but more spread out and more chill. And it also has one of my favorite barbecue restaurants in the Salt Lake. That's right. If you're from Texas and you know what the Salt Lake is, yeah, Taiwan has a Salt Lake as well. And it's built on the same culture and history as the Texas Salt Lakes are. And it also happens to have, well, it's the only, but it's the best Chicago-style deep dish pizza I've had in years. And yeah, just a credit to Taiwan and how long I've lived here and why I live here. One, I feel like I don't really resonate with the people from my own country right now. I don't agree with who they feel should be president. I don't agree with that party's policies or the things they say. I just don't buy into it. I'm not drinking that Kool-Aid. So I really have no urgency to return to the U.S. anytime soon. One of the reasons why I'm doing this, why I'm streaming and making videos now, is because I don't have another job anymore. I had a job, but they wanted to bring that job back to the U.S. And, I'd met my wife here. We started a family here. Our kids are in school here. They're, they can speak English, but it's not comfortable for them. It's not what I would say fluent for them, at least not yet. So we weren't ready to return yet. That was 2 years ago. And so they took my job back to the Americas, and I stayed here in Taiwan. And eventually they just kind of phased me out of my role here. And this was 2 years ago. I didn't expect that it would be so difficult for me as a foreigner in the engineering profession to find another job here in Taiwan. Normally, you say foreigner with an engineering background, and people are right there ready to snatch you up. And I kind of noticed that the opportunities were drying up right before I left my role. Headhunters were often finding me and trying to recruit me to come to other jobs, other companies, but most of them were outside Taiwan. So they're either in Korea, in Japan, or in Singapore. And, for the same reason that I wasn't ready to move to the U.S., I just wasn't ready to move to another country yet either. I did not want to move my family, to uproot my family without really, planning it ahead of time and having everything kind of mapped out as far as, what we were going to do as a family. I mean, if it was just me, I probably would have leapt on one of those opportunities, especially Japan or Singapore, in that order. I mean, Singapore, you can find the right job and the right salary. You can't go wrong with Singapore. Singapore is basically the ultimate place to get a high-end job. But Japan, being a gamer and a nerd, I've got a strong geek love for Japan as well. And if not for the fact that my people have kind of made it difficult for foreigners in Japan right now, that would have been a dream opportunity. But yeah, I wanted to keep my family in Taiwan, and I have yet to find another engineering role that is either suited for me or can afford me. That's the other challenge. And so I'm doing this, and we're doing fine. We're living off of savings, and my wife has her salary, which it's a Taiwanese salary, so it's not as lucrative as my old pay was. But we're not living beyond our means by any stretch of the term. So this is just an opportunity for me to, find another hobby, another passion that might, provide an income for the family, or at least provide enough income that, you know, keeps us comfortable indefinitely. Like right now, you know, we can go for the next 4 or 5 years without my engineering income and we'll be okay. But after that, if we don't have an alternative built up by then, established by then we, you know, we might have to make some harder decisions. But yeah, I mean, I feel blessed. I can't ask for a better opportunity to do this. I've always wanted to do this. I've been making videos for YouTube for over 10 years now. You know, I've done some really big projects with some really big partners. You know, I worked for Dell Alienware. We made a video we made a video with NBC and the Cartoon Network for Far Cry 4, and we featured actors from the community television show. Was it still NBC? It might have been ABC at that point. I don't remember. It was 10 years ago. But yeah, that video went on Cartoon Network for like maybe 2 weeks, and then it was pulled out of rotation. But I had the digital rights to it, and it's been sitting in my YouTube channel for the last 10 years, and it's generated almost 1.5 million views for me. You know, for me, as somebody with less than 1,000 subscribers, and I have over 1.7 million views across all my 600 or so videos I've been making over the last, what was it, 2007 that I started? So almost 20 years now. Wow. Yeah, that's an anomaly. I mean, I don't know how many, you know, many people who have that kind of a story to tell. But yeah, I'm learning. I'm trying to make better content, trying to make better videos, and you know, we're expanding our. You know, we've got a nice studio apartment. With the front half of the house is kind of a large studio / family room that we can use to, you know, have people over, entertain. But we also have rigged for lighting and cameras, so we can just basically start streaming or start shooting a video at the drop of a hat. The kids are having fun with that, filming some of their projects for school. The wife and I are doing stuff with family game night, where we put together puzzles or we play board games together with the kids. And yeah, it's a lot of opportunities for us to grow in this space while we still have the comfort and leisure to do so without any pressure for us to say, oh, this has got to be our next big opportunity. It may not. And this may not. Is that fire? Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay. Well, we still have plenty of petrol. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. We got 40 kilometers. I've been talking that long. Oh, man. No. Want to engage the brake. There we go. Turn you off. Okay. I haven't seen a wreck in a while, but I haven't been looking. I've been talking this whole time. Oh, we're so close. We're 40 kilometers. Do we just YOLO it and see if we can make it? Good luck? My tires are so worn. This tire is so worn, it says good luck. Oh, I got rid of my rocket launcher too. When I changed backpacks, it ditched the stuff that I had in those. Hey, come here. Here we go again. There we go. Okay. Wait. It's empty. Oh, that's right. We've used the rest of it. Okay. YOLO. Let's see how far we get. Maybe I shouldn't have stopped. There we go. Oh, maybe there's something up here. Nope. That delayed pop in though, man. Hopefully we'll find some sort of POI that we can use to save ourselves. Looks like there's a building up ahead. I should have been using this camera view more often. Is that the sunrise? Lights are off, okay. All right, no zombies around. Did I turn it on again? All right. See if we can find some water. Nope. That's a brake light. Engine oil, engine oil. That didn't do any good. I mean, it did something, but it didn't do anything to help my thirst. Where's the sink? Wait. Am I drunk? Like, am I that drunk that I can't? It's alcohol. It's all alcohol. I'm dead. 40 kilometers. I'm ranked 60,857. I survived 4 full days, it says. But, yeah. Okay, there's something to be said about a game that lets you die in the tutorial. So I'm not going to fault it for that. I think that's actually, you know, a selling point. Wasn't sure I was ready for a game that kind of dropped you in the deep end like that and made you fend for yourself, and the only real guidance was no guidance. So yeah, it seems like there's quite a bit of a learning curve. The things that are intuitive, they're almost too intuitive. Like, I don't like the green hip mesh that you get when you can attach something to the car, and I don't like that the attachments are basically, you know, instant. I'd like to see some sort of animation or otherwise some sort of counter that shows you the install time, or, you know, the difficulty of what you're installing based on, I don't know, a skill. But maybe that's just me kind of bringing in my RPG value, you know, design into it, because I really see a benefit there from you learning as you go how these different components work and how to make them better. You know, I'd also like to see you rebuild things that are worn out or broken, so that you can continue to use them either as like a temporary workaround, or you overbuild it so that it's better than the original part. You know, stuff like that. But yeah, so far I like what I see. I definitely see a reason to keep playing it, just to find out what else I can discover, what else I can do, and better prepare next time for this mission, because I basically failed. In 2 hours, I wasn't able to drive 50 kilometers. Although I got close, I got over 40. But yeah, there's a lot of learning curve there, and that's not a bad thing for people like me. So yeah, hopefully you liked what you saw. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe, whichever platform you see us on. For more videos like this, check out our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Arcagus. And for streams, you know, once I can work out the best way to stream to Twitch in the mornings here in Taiwan, that'll be twitch.tv/Arcagus. But if you can't watch us there for now, then you can still check us out on YouTube. I stream to both Twitch and YouTube simultaneously. And the Twitch stuff is still 1080p right now. I am signed up for the 1440 rollout, but they haven't gotten to that yet. But the YouTube content right now is 1440p. Anyway, thanks for watching. Until next time, you guys be safe. Sorry, I'm just looking at the options they give you. So one last thing before I go. Now that I've driven over 20 kilometers, I have the ability to customize my difficulty. Probability of occurrence, object appearance probabilities, 100% right now. You can raise that so that they're more frequent, or you can lower that so that they're less frequent. Using the seed to generate objects. The use of a generation seed makes each game unique. Random color parts. So if you turn this off, I figured it was going to give you a play. Okay, there is a generation seed here. So if you turn this off, I think it normalizes object placement. So if you turn this on, nope. So I'm not sure what that does, how that works. I imagine one way or another, there's an option that'll allow you to provide your own seed. Well, you wouldn't need this setting for that. You would either set a set seed, or this would implement a separate random seed. Okay, so from the description, turning this off generates everything in the same place every time. So it uses a default seed that is pre-established either since the beginning of the design of the game, or it's something that's consistent, but could be generated every time they patch or release a new version, point version of the game. It just depends on how this seed is being maintained or managed or implemented in the game. If they just pick something, they set that, and that's their default seed, that's one way to do it. But I can also see how they're using the game engine itself to create a seed for that version of the game that is optimized for that version of the game. You know, there may be things in these seeds that are unique to that version of the game, and then the things that they add later don't show up in that seed anymore because it didn't exist when that seed was generated. But yeah, that's something, I mean, most people would want to leave this on so that your gameplay remains random. Random color parts, motor overheating. So death of the player, zombies at night. So, okay, those were zombies. Object collision defines whether objects in cars collide with each other. Objects in cars, okay. Weight affects vehicle. That is actually off right now. So the weight affects vehicle performance. I would probably want to turn that on. Crush the players. Define whether players can be run over by cars. I think in solo, you're the only person with a car, so I don't think that matters so much in solo play. But I would want that on for multiplayer stream quality purposes. Start at night. Don't need that. Zombie appearance rate. So they've got a wide berth here. Zombie life points. Okay, so you can possibly fight zombies. Was that one? Yeah, it was 145, I think. Zombie damage. Zombie spawn rate as a function of distance. So zombie spawn rate increases the further you get. Oh, I like that. So 0x means that there is no improvement. There's no increase. 1x means that it increases at a set rate, but I don't know what that rate is. You'll just have to use trial and error. Thirst and hunger. I'd probably leave those alone for right now, but I think those rates are a little high. Especially as far as like leading you to die. I was dying on the first day, I think, from thirst, but I don't remember where my thirst started at, to be honest. So that might have been just I was already thirsty and I didn't pay attention. I didn't know about it. Like the UI elements are in the corners of the screen, so it's hard to keep on top of those things. Hopefully, Hopefully they'll optimize the UI later so that at least the HUD elements are in that 16:9 space, the sweet space, so that they're still easily visible even though you have like this broad screen space for everything else. That's the better way to do it for most games. All right, fuel consumption, engine oil consumption, water consumption. I'd probably leave those alone for now, but those also seem a little high. Car rust, car cleanliness, I haven't really played with those yet, but it's nice to see those are already something in the game. Point of interest frequency. So I thought they were talking about point of interest when they were talking about the UC to generate objects, but it's nice that you have a separate setting for that. So objects themselves being the objects at the point of interest and the point of interest themselves, you can tailor both of those so that you have the right amount of opportunities for your liking. Mixing liquid, a high value increases the risk of mixtures and containers. So honestly, I would probably turn that off. Unless they have like a very meaningful way to separate and manage mixtures, which, you know, I just maybe I just haven't come across that yet. But otherwise I see no purpose of doing that. I mean, I wouldn't intentionally mix liquids. Maybe if I left a container open, that would allow water to get into what was an oil or a gas tank. But other than that, I think I would run the risk of running out of those liquids before I would risk something getting in. So I would, even in that case, I would still turn this off. But that, like I said, I haven't really explored the game enough to know if there is a way to separate and manage liquids, mixtures. Tire wear. I think the tires were already worn when I started, and that's why I was in such a bad way at the end of the stream. But it seems like it's already at a high setting. It's already at yellow. Oh, I see. That's a low setting, so only 46 kilometers. But it can go up to infinite, so you can have infinite tire wear, which I wouldn't do. 46 is not a bad amount, but I would probably go 64. But I'm going to leave that alone for now. Battery consumption. I don't think we were using the battery really all that much. I don't even see that we're actually connecting to the battery. That might just be an aesthetic thing. Then the battery itself has to be managed. The alternator efficiency. I wasn't able to pull apart the engine. I could take the engine out and put it back into the frame, but I couldn't actually take the oil pan off, or I couldn't take the oil cover. What do you call that? Or the fuel filter. I couldn't take it apart. So I didn't even look at the alternator. I didn't know that was something you could see separate from their engine. So I need to be watchful of that next time I play. And then explosion damage. So all of these are customizable once you get past 20 kilometers in the game. And yeah, I see a lot of opportunity here to really tailor a custom experience that is perfect for someone like me who wants to stream a rewarding and engaging playthrough of this game without a lot of those dead points and whatnot. So right now, the only thing I've changed is I've turned on Crush the Players and I turned on weight effect vehicles. That's something that I believe should be on by default. But aside from that, everything else I'm going to leave it alone, I think. I don't think I changed anything else. But yeah, in the next playthrough, I'll be a little bit more informed, and hopefully this will be a much better engagement than what we saw this time around. But that's it for now. Thanks again for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, all that jazz I said before. And until next time, you guys be safe.